Welcome back to Great Day Washington. This segment is sponsored by the Maryland Office of Tourism. It is a special year for Maryland as 2025 marks the 25th anniversary of the state's Scenic Byways program. The 18 Scenic Byways highlight beautiful scenery, history, culture, and culinary delights from the mountains to the sea and everything in between. Joining us now to tell us more about them, we have Claire Auble from the Maryland Office of Tourism. We want to welcome you back to Great Day Washington.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
This is a big year. It sounds
is
like 2025.
25th anniversary of these great road trips that we have as options for everyone to just jump on and explore.
Are you going big this year? Will there be different things happening?
Well, we already have 18 Scenic Byways, so it's more that we want people to be aware that these are ways that you can get off the beaten path, and they're carefully crafted itineraries that you can just pick up and go instead of having to do all the research yourself.
Yes. Okay, so you said there are 18. What could you tell us about them? What would it be like if you experienced
them? So they're
them?
each themed, but that doesn't mean that they only stick to that one theme. There's a lot of different, there's historic themes, but we also incorporate culinary, art, boutique shopping, if you're into that.
Yes.
We have suggestions for side trips on all of these different scenic byways. And as you mentioned, they range from our mountains all the way out to the ocean. So you can kind of pick and choose what kind of scenery you want to see or explore. There's lots of variety there.
My husband and I were just talking about that. Maryland is so diverse.
It is.
The state stretches through so many topographies, and
absolutely.
You have the water. You mentioned the mountains.
Yeah, we were nicknamed America in miniature back in the 70s, and I think we kind of own that. Minus a desert, we really do have it all. And the Chesapeake Bay is an absolute gem. We have a lot of our byways that touch on the bay, and all those small bay towns that are each unique in their own little ways. Great fresh seafood and experiences that are related to the bay that you can't get anywhere else on Earth.
So people are saying, okay, I want to plan a trip. You've done the heavy lifting for us,
exactly.
I know. How do we plan the trip using some of your resources?
So you can go to visitmaryland.org and you can explore the different byways on there, and then the trip planning is all there for you, mapped out. So this is a situation where, so often we plug in on our phones our GPS and just go, but we really want you to enjoy the scenery and the stops and learn about Maryland and all we have to offer along the way, and we have it all there.
So do you need to print stuff out before you go so that you can follow along, or you can just
view it on your phone? Yeah,
technology.
Exactly.
Print things out like we're MapQuesting.
You can if you want to. And we also have printed guides that are free if you would like to get a Destination Maryland guide that includes that information as well.
I know people get hungry along the way. You have some incredible stops for people wanting to try seafood, or what other types of food might they encounter?
Well, I mean, seafood is our big thing, and it's not a byway, but we also have a crab and oyster trail, and that's not meaning that you have to hit every single crab and oyster place, although if you want to, have at it. But these are places that are locally sourced with the seafood and where you can find it all across the state.
When you do one of these trips, is it a day trip? Are you planning to stop somewhere overnight? How much time should you allot?
So it's completely customizable, and we encourage people to do a multi-night stay because that way you can take your time and really soak it all in. You could do some of them in a day, absolutely, but you can stretch it out to a week if you want to make it that way as well.
Could you kind of jump from one to the other? I'm sure they all kind of intertwine at some point.
They could. Some of them are close to each other, so you could mix a couple into a longer trip, and that would be phenomenal. You'd get to see a lot of variety that way.
Yeah. Imagine if you went from one side of the state to the other, what you would see.
Yeah.
Have you done this?
I have.
You've been on all of them.
You can do that in a day, but we really recommend that you take your time because to get off of the main highways and into the towns and everything, they're each different.
The boutique shopping, the food, see the culture. Thank you for the inspiration. We all need a little break right now. You can see more about the Scenic Byways or maybe even plan your trip by going to visitmaryland.org.